So moving on, a little side note of from one Avenger movie to another. So the big name that's been going around Hollywood right now is Ryan Coogler. And of course, he's got this just a little movie coming out in November called Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I don't know if you heard of that. So he is now rumored to be the top choice for Secret Wars. So, I guess the question is, do you think this is a good choice? And if not, if it's not, who would you actually want? So something else it says, Ryan Coogler is at the least one of the directors and currently in talks for Secret Wars, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, the source, this is reliable, the person says, is, quote, a fairly obvious choice. So it makes sense. What do you think about this?
I think it's really cool. I do worry, though, for just Ryan Coogler's mental state, because...
Well, I was just going to say that you got to understand, this guy's coming off of doing a grueling shoot of Wakanda Forever. Not to mention taxing.
I don't even know.
And emotional.
See, Ryan Coogler does very personal projects. Like, all the movies he does are movies based around his own life and how he feels what he wants to see portrayed on screen. Wouldn't have been...
One of the greatest films, not to cut you off, one of the greatest films he's in, one of really his go-to movie for me. Have you ever seen Fruitvale Station?
I've seen like half of that film. It's so good.
Oh my God, Kyle. So good. We were actually Kyle joins on occasion. I am part of this Twitter space, and we do nightly movie rankings. And so tonight we would talk. So last night we did the combination of actor and actress with director. And then tonight we did Michael B. Jordan. And Michael B. Jordan, so Ryan Coogler, to tie this all up nicely, this was the first movie that Michael B. Jordan did with Ryan Coogler. And it was a little movie called Fruitvale Station. I recommend it, guys. Go check this out. It's based on a true story about one man trying to get his life together, and it happened in San Francisco. I'm not going to give anything away. But yeah, so this Twitter space is nightly, and it's just a phenomenal thing. By the way, speaking of Twitter, tell everybody where they can find you on Twitter if they want to get a hold of you.
My Twitter handle is @ArkingKyle. It is spelled capital ARKING, capital KYLE.
Perfect. And I'm actually on Twitter myself. It's Wannabe Rounder. That's all lowercase. WANNABEROUNDER. But yeah, so what were your thoughts there? Finish your thought there, Kyle.
I was just going to add, without giving any spoilers away, though, the dog scene in Fruitvale Station. That just shows you how...
The whole movie. Ryan Coogler just was amazing as a director.
That's the thing, though, with Ryan Coogler. That is a film coming from a very personal feeling to him. I wonder how an Avengers film would, Ryan Coogler see as something personal for him as a director. So that is something that I wonder. But I also do wonder, as I said, his mental state.
I think a couple of things. I think number one, I think there's going to be loss in it. I think you're going to have whoever is in there. I think you're going to have people die. Quote, Marvel die. But I think he's going to try and make it as heavy as he can, like an Infinity War type of thing.
Wakanda Forever is going to probably have loss.
No, and I was just going to say, that's going to be...
interesting. We'll see You did ask though about who else do you think could be?
Yeah, no. Give me a name or two that would be on your short
I got
list.
one for you. Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau started the MCU with Iron Man.
Yeah, but
And
he's too tied up with the
that is
Mandalorian.
the one thing that kind of holds me back. But think about this, though, David. Think about this. He didn't direct a single episode of The Mandalorian Season 1. I mean, most likely he will direct an episode of Mandalorian Season 3, but we don't know for sure. And I could still see him maybe doing, Secret Wars. However, you just gave me an idea. So, I don't know if this will be part of our topics, but they just announced today that the next Star Wars film comes out in 2025. How much do you want to bet that movie will be directed by Jon Favreau? Because,
yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't even, and that he's got to be on the short list in-house there that they're going to want to do that. So I think I'll be curious to see. I mean, because look, we all know Wakanda Forever is just going to they're going to have to print money for that. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. And mind you, this is only a rumor. This is only speculation. This is only innuendo. He is the first one, and right now the best one to do it. I think that he could. I know, although, look, Favreau's a fantastic choice. Maybe, since we're all doing the roundabouts, maybe it is Favreau. Because maybe they're going to wind this thing down. After Phase 6.
Jon Favreau was, I believe, one of the choices for the first Avengers. They did, I think, approach him at one point to direct the very first Avengers film. And he serves as an executive producer of that film.
Oh, yeah, he's an EP. It's just amazing to see how the journey he's been on for 15 years.
And he still gets along really well with Marvel. I could see him directing, but I got another name for you. How about Sam Raimi? You have Sam Raimi, who, if we're looking at all things considered, kind of started off the whole Marvel,
Yeah, but that's a big
and he was
deal. It's one thing to direct a Spider-Man movie. It's another thing to do it, and a lot of people say that wasn't all him, but let's just say it's another thing to have a Doctor Strange movie. For a whole Avengers movie?
Well,
which, by the way, is the back half of it. It's not the first half of it.
You could say the same for Ryan Coogler, though. Right?
No, that's true. But
David,
it is.
Think about this, though. There aren't many people that have directed these ensembles. Like, the only ones you can say are Joss Whedon, the Russos. You could somewhat say James Gunn because of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad. I guess you could say David Ayer. And you can say Zack Snyder. But, there aren't many that have that. And it looks very much like Marvel is taking their own. Because I don't think that there will be a, director that never directed an Avengers film before. So, or there will be a director that never directed a Marvel film before directing an Avengers film. They're not going to get, someone that I think never worked with them to direct the big Avengers movie. It will be someone in-house. Chloe Zhao could be an option. She did Eternals. But then you got to think about it, too. What about these directors that might be directing a Marvel movie at the same time? So Chloe might be doing an Eternals too. And that could, hurt them making a Avengers movie directed by her because she'd be too busy in post on Eternals too. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, there's so many things. Anyways, it's just, what do you guys think about Ryan Coogler? Do you think he would be a good fit? And if not, who else would you go get? If you were Kevin Feige and you could get anybody you wanted, present, past, or future, well, present at least, who would you get? Let us know in the comments of who you would choose, and are you interested in this?